So, good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Tuesday. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about our money issues in marriage. Listen, there's a lot of statistics that say that one of the major issues in marriages and one of the major cause for divorce is financial issues. I believe everything can be communicated with two people who love each other. And listen, I get that like marriage sometimes it ends. It ends. It doesn't fare well. The two people maybe realize that they aren't compatible or they just don't love each other or they can't stick it through. But for those who have decided that, you know what, you're my person and I want to do this thing with you and I want to do it well, but marriage, maybe it is the money that is the struggle. I will encourage you to get the book. It's called The Five Money Personalities. So I want you to check that out. It's called The Five Money Personalities, Speaking the Same Love and Money Language. It is by a couple named Scott and Bethany Palmer. I encourage you to strongly to get that book. So in the book, they introduce this concept that there are five different personalities because they recognize that like money is the thing that tear down lots of couples relationships simply because there's a lack of understanding and a lack of there's a challenge to communicate to one another what it is that we need from each other when it comes to money. Now, I love to teach about the emotional needs because I really do believe that once we understand each other's emotional needs, we can communicate about anything when there's compassion and grace and empathy for one another because we know the other person needs. But in this book, it helps you to identify your unique money personality. And so I'm going to share with you guys this morning five of those personalities. Understand, like one thing I don't like when people get focused and caught up on this notion of right and wrong. There is no right and wrong. There just sometimes just is, particularly with personalities and with people and their money. So when you're in relationship with your spouse or your partner and you think your way is right, you fight to win. When you're in a relationship with your partner and you realize that the win is for the couple, each of us, not to win the battle against you. Like we're in this together. We're not in this to fight one another. Then you look for opportunities to better understand one another. And so in this quick lesson, where again, get the book, where they teach about the five personalities. There's not a right or wrong one. It's just like, who do you identify with? So they use this framework of animals to share these money personalities. And so one personality is the otter. And so the otter, they consider this spontaneous spender, right? Because otters are supposedly like very spontaneous. So the way they define an otter personality when it comes to money is that this is someone who's fun loving, adventurous, and enjoys living in the moment. So the otter isn't like really focused on saving. They're more focusing on having these amazing experiences and they're more relaxed about making money a priority. Now for the other personalities like the lion, and we'll talk about that, the otter can cause friction and frustration simply because the lion is very goal oriented. The lion is a leader, right? When it comes to finances, it's assertive. They're driven. This personality tends to take charge of the financial decisions, and they like to set goals and plans and focus on the financial achievements, but may sometimes seem a bit controlling. So imagine if you're an otter and your spouse is a lion. The reason you guys are going at each other is because your money personality, the way you see money, the way you view money can be very different. And so the goal with this book is they want you to get to a place where you learn to appreciate each other's money personalities, right? So imagine if these two people, the personalities are married. So think about how much fun the otter would bring to the marriage. But if the lion won't allow themselves enough opportunity to relax, and maybe come off a little bit of the restrictions and the rules about the money and the only focusing on the goals, then the marriage could feel very contrite to the otter. So the way you guys can balance each other out is have the plan, have the goals, but make room for the fun, make room for the spontaneity so that both personalities can win and survive in this situation. So another personality that they call, that they refer to as the golden retriever. So the golden retriever, just like when we think about the golden retriever, the dog, many people think of the golden retriever as a very loyal and dependent um, type of animal, right? So that's what they say about this personality. The personality who is a golden retriever loves to be loyal and dependable, but they love to save. They love they value security. When I was reading, I was like, I think that's me. They're generally conservative in their spending. Like I will keep money for the longest because I just like knowing that it's there. They prefer stability, which is sometimes can make them be resist risk taking, and that certainly can be me. And particularly when I started my business and trying to do certain things, I was always hesitant to move forward because I'm such the golden retriever. Money to me is a sign of safety and security. Now, what we all know is no matter what you do, life happens. You know, there are financial crises. There's inflation. There are things that happen in the market that you can do all you can and all you think you can do to create a level of security in this money situation, and then life can happen. So, what do if you're the golden retriever and everything come crumbling down? I'm a God girl, so I've learned to depend more on God than on my money. But you can see how that can be an issue in a marriage if you're, the golden retriever who's married to the lion probably feel more safer than the golden retriever who's married to the otter. And so then there's the beaver. Another personality that they talk about is the beaver. The beaver um, is a detail planner. So you guys got to think about a beaver and how they work really hard to make sure they build the dam. So they need organization. They're methodical. Um, they have a preference to how they're going to stick to a budget, right? So these are the personalities that enjoy tracking and planning for the future and are often excelling in management and financial management. When I think about the beaver in our family dynamic, I think that's more of a Bryson. Like Andre seems to, when we first got married, was more of an otter. He loved to just like have fun and do things for me and didn't always make the wisest decision. And so my golden retriever nature would really want to bark and bite because again, I see money oftentimes as security. So we've both kind of learned a little bit better. So now he's a little bit more of the lion beaver, where he's trying to organize and be a little bit more methodical about money. But I'm still that golden retriever. I just want to save it and know that it's there in hard times. So I want you to really get the book and check it out and see if you can identify which personality you have as you move through this marriage situation, through in your relationship, so that you can communicate better. And then the last personality is the dolphin. The dolphin is the risk taker. So while um, the dolphin is represented, dolphins are future focused, right? So they seek out opportunities, but may sometimes overlook the caution in their excitement for growth. So which personality are you? Are you the otter? Are you a spontaneous spender? Are you a lion? Are you very goal oriented, a leader? Are you the golden retriever? Are you loyal? Are you a lore saver? Like you want to tuck it away so that you feel safe. Are you the beaver? Do you plot and plan every little thing? Do you track all your expenses? Do you know where every dime goes? Or are you the dolphin? Are you the risk taker? Are you the one who is willing to like jump out there and seek new opportunities and play that stock market because you believe that things are going to get better? Again, none of these personalities are what I can consider right or wrong. It's just that in a situation of marriage, you want to know maybe your spouse's personality and understand your own personality so that you guys can communicate more effectively. And so, again, I just strongly encourage you to get that book so that you can understand better your money personalities. Now, my name is Caneisha Berry. For those of you who have watched all the way through, and maybe you don't know me, and I am a relationship mindset coach. I help couples learn how to communicate more effectively, shift their mindset about what they think about marriage and spouse and relationships so that they can then learn to communicate more effectively, understand themselves better so that they can better understand their spouse. If you are the person watching and you're thinking, I don't know if this marriage is going to work, or I can't keep doing marriage this way. Know that you don't have to. Like, there is a way to recover, heal, and restore your marriage without having to shut down, go cold, and be isolated. There are tools and strategies that my clients are using. And the thing I love about it is they see results quickly. So if that is you and you need help with that, reach out to me at berrythoughtfullife.com. I would love to work with you. I want you to have an amazing day. I want you to remember a few things. Your thoughts create your decisions, and your decisions is what's creating your destiny. So if you want a destiny, particularly in your marriage that you love, make sure you have some amazing, good, healthy thoughts. The next thing I want you to do is I want you to like, share, and subscribe to my videos. Let people know what we're doing over here in Very Thoughtful World. And I want you to go out there today, be amazing, learn what your money personality is, and then learn to communicate more effectively with your spouse or your partner so that you can have a happy, successful marriage. Bye bye.